In the 47-year history of Division I college football, no school had ever gone from community college to national champion in their first year. In 2025, the Virginia Western Chargers and their collection of phenomenal freshmen took the college football world by storm. In Week 1, the Chargers opened their brand new stadium by hosting the #1 team in the nation, the University of Texas. The Longhorns and their sensational sophomore, Arch Manning, were supposed to treat the Chargers as a sacrificial lamb in what many believed was their road to an eventual national title. But Chargers head coach John Thomas had an ace up his sleeve in the form of power back Chuck Muncie, number 46. A consistent running game combined with a boldly aggressive defensive line led by defensive end Leroy Jones, number 68, and Louis Kelcher, number 74, the Chargers were able to control the ball and keep the game close into the third quarter. Later, when Texas began to crowd the offensive line, Virginia's Western turned to their strong-armed freshman quarterback, Kane Shapizi. Mixing short passes with play action, the Chargers continued to control the ball and keep the powerful Texas offense off the field. Late in the fourth quarter, the upstarts from Conference USA held a 38-31 lead. Finally, with Texas driving for the tying and potentially game-winning score, the Chargers' defense made the play of the game to preserve the historic upset. In Week 2, Virginia Western traveled up Interstate 81 to meet their regional rivals, the Virginia Tech Hokies. The partisan Blacksburg crowd, and indeed most of the college football world, expected this to be a return-to-earth game for the sky-high Chargers. But instead of coming back to earth, the student athletes of Virginia Western began a 5-week-long masterclass in gridiron domination. Their 56-7 demolition of the Hokies was immediately followed by a 28-point victory over the new number 1 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. It was the second victory over a number 1 team in 3 weeks. Wearing their alternate road uniforms, the Chargers stormed past conference foe Florida International 52-14. The next week, behind Chuck Muncie's 200-yard rushing day, they easily defeated Kennesaw State. By week 7, the different components of the Virginia Western machine had finally come together and was unleashed on the hapless Bears of Missouri State. Their game had become so complete that even the national media began to ignore their humble conference origins and take note of the surging Cinderella.
Winslow holds on, breaks the tackle and scores! Kellen Winslow!
6'6", they have enlisted at 242 pounds, and he's moving around out there like a halfback.
Shotgun, which is their basic formation, and going for the bomb right at the outset, throws, caught, touchdown!
Steps up in the pocket, he'll fire to the right side, stay up, oh my God, 30, no, 10, touchdown! Are you kidding me?
Week 8 saw the Chargers visit their other in-state rival with a trip to Lynchburg and the Liberty Flames. It was billed as a rivalry game, but from the outset, it was clear that the gloves were off.
And the Chargers take back the lead. Second and 10. It's Chandler. Did he catch it? Yes. Oh my! 3 touchdowns. The hat trick for Chandler.
At the final whistle, it was the largest shutout in the history of both schools. In Week 9, the now number 17 ranked Chargers played their third and final rivalry game, this time against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Western Kentucky was fired up, despite their 2-7 record, but, as the old saying goes, you are what your record says. Early on, the offense was provided by the usual suspects, wide receivers Wes Chandler and senior Jet Moore. Then tight end Kellen Winslow and wide receiver Charlie Joyner got in on the act.
Fake fires. Winslow touchdown. All right. Drills this one to Charlie Joyner, touchdown.
Beautiful throw.
Finally, Chuck Muncie finished them off as the Hilltoppers watched the Chargers get all the friendly bounces.
2nd down and 9. Here he is again. Touchdown, his third.
The last 2 games of the season were a showcase for the talents of running back Chuck Muncie and quarterback Kane Shapizi.
They cannot stop the run. Left side, another 1st down carry and more. How about a touchdown? His 4th touchdown of the ball game.
He gets caught inside. He doesn't contain the outside run, and we've seen it over and over and over. This is taking away the manhood right here.
The Chargers were now 12-0 and streaking into the college football playoffs. After dispatching their first 2 opponents, the Chargers found themselves in the semi-final round against perennial powerhouse Alabama. For the first time all year, the Chargers didn't have the lead until late in the 4th quarter when Kane hit Wes Chandler to take a 21-17 lead.
Flips from the corner of the end zone, complete, just for a touchdown. Just bing, bing, bing down the field in that 2-minute offense.
But with time running out and the Crimson Tide driving, it was the unsung defense, once again, that clinched the game. Everett Lacey's 54-yard interception return for a touchdown was Alabama QB Ty Simpson's first and only mistake of the game. but that's all it took to send the Tide home and the Chargers to national championship game. From the first snap, it was clear that this game would be different. The Oregon Ducks' stingy defense defended against the run and the deep pass, forcing Kane Shapizi into long drives of short, quick passes. Still, the patience of their freshman QB paid off, as the Chargers scored the only TD of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Ducks answered with a Mucky Hughes touchdown run. Once again, Kane whittled down the Ducks' defense until hitting Winslow for a short touchdown, allowing Virginia Western to take a slim 1-point lead into the locker room. The third quarter was marked by defense, as the Ducks ramped up their pressure on the Chargers' young signal caller, forcing him to miss several third-down conversions. But the Chargers didn't just boast the nation's #1 offense, but the nation's #1 scoring defense as well, and their hard-hitting and bold blitzing shut out the Ducks' offense for the entire quarter. Finally, late in the period, Kane and the offense picked their way down the field for 80 yards to the doorstep of the end zone. Even another sack, the fifth of the game by Oregon's defense, couldn't stop their drive, and the Chargers extended their lead 21-13. By the fourth quarter, the Ducks' offense had been held to just 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. Now, down by 8 points, they needed a big play. They finally got one, when quarterback Dante Moore hit wide receiver Evan Stewart for a 71-yard touchdown. It was the longest play of the evening, and along with a successful 2-point conversion and a late field goal, gave the Ducks a 24-21 lead with just over 2 minutes left to play. Was this hill too tall for the young Chargers to climb? Was the clock about to strike midnight on their magical season? Backed into a corner, freshman Kane Shapizi delivered his most clutch performance.
It's such a sight to watch. watch this. It is, whether it happens now or not, to watch an absolute surgeon on the football field, it's almost like poetry.
For the 6th time, Kane was sacked, and for a brief moment, all eyes were on the place kicker and a potential game-tying field goal. But then, Kane called his own number, and the rest is history.
Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5! Oh, the play of the year! Quarterback legs it was.
I said no spy on this play. There's times, and I told you in this game, they're going to use his legs.
Just like that, the Virginia Western Chargers finished the most improbable Cinderella season in college football history with their glass slippers intact. And next year, they'll begin year 2 of their dynasty as national champions.